today? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Perfect. Do you want to come sit down and we'll get started? Awesome. All right. So what's your name?
My name is Jean Palfa.
Okay. All right, Jean. What's your address?
It is 57 Park Street Boulevard, East Hampton, Mass. 05578.
Have you moved recently, Jean?
Yeah, I actually just moved.
Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome. Do you have a phone number?
Yep, so this is my home number. I don't really use a cell phone. So it's 413-677-7777.
Awesome. So, what brings you in today?
So I recently just got diagnosed by my PCP with COPD. I've had difficulty breathing for about a month now. Ended up in urgent care. It's really just getting worse. It's not getting any better.
Okay. So, you've been having some troubles for a while now?
Yep.
What other medical conditions have you had in the past?
So I've had heart failure, I have hypertension, type 2 diabetes, trouble sleeping, and then of course the COPD that I was just newly diagnosed with.
All right. And how have your family members been holding up?
So my mom had type 2 diabetes and she recently died of congestive heart failure and other heart complications. My dad also died from prostate cancer. I have no siblings, so I'm kind of going through this alone. My husband also died from a heart attack.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's okay. And I also do have 2 children and 4 grandchildren, but they all live far away, so kind of just lonely here.
What does a normal week look like for you, Jean?
So I'm not a drinker, I don't really drink at all. But I have smoked 2 packs a day for about 45 years now, but I've been good since 2009, sorry. I've quit since then. I used to go to the senior center about 3 times a week, but after my husband passed away, haven't been going much. I moved into a senior housing after he passed away because now I'm lonely. I usually attend church every Sunday, but I missed the service last 4 Sundays now just because of this awful cough I've been having.
And can you expand on that cough for me? How's it been?
Not good.
Not
Not
good.
good.
Very reoccurring.
Yep. Like, I wouldn't be able to sit through a service.
Okay. All right. And do you mind if we look through your medications just to go over them?
Sure.
All right. Perfect. I'm just gonna read through them, and you can make sure I have the right doses and such.
Okay.
So I have simvastatin. How many times a day do you take that? When? How much?
So it's 80 milligrams. Take that by mouth, and it's daily, and that's for my high cholesterol.
Okay. Perfect. And how about your lisinopril?
So that's 40 milligrams, also by mouth, daily, and that's for my hypertension.
How about your Coreg?
So that's 3.125 milligrams by mouth, and that's twice a day, and that's for my heart failure.
Metformin?
That's 1,000 milligrams by mouth twice a day, and that's for diabetes.
How about your glipizide?
10 milligrams by mouth twice a day, and that's also for diabetes.
And how about your furosemide?
So that's 40 milligrams by mouth every morning, and that's for my heart failure.
sertraline.
So that's 50 milligrams by mouth daily, and that's for my depression.
And last but not least, an Ambien.
That's 10 milligrams by mouth at bedtime, and it's for sleep.
Wow, this is a lot of medications. How are you doing with taking them all?
Well, you know, it hasn't been good lately. You know, my memory's kind of going, so I kind of need help staying on track with those.
Yeah, I mean, with this amount of medications, I feel like anyone would have trouble. So one thing I know I like to use and I recommend is a pill box like I have here. Every Sunday you can set up your pills for the week. And it makes it easier to remember when you've taken them and making sure you've taken each one, because you do it all at once and then you can take it each day. So if that's something you're interested in, I can definitely help you out with that.
For sure.
Awesome. All right, so we'll get you set up with that. How about, what allergies do you have, Jean?
So I'm allergic to latex. Usually get a rash with that one. Penicillin. Get some hives. And then kiwi, you know, I have difficult breathing with that one.
Now, what other information do you need me to know about Eugene?
It's just, I'm just concerned I'm not going to be able to know how to use, like, the new inhalers my doctor just prescribed me, so I just, like, want help on that. That's pretty much it.
Alright, so, and one last thing, I didn't get your date of birth. Let me just get that.
It's March 16th, 1942.
Alright, so let's just start on the Spiriva then. So, it's pretty easy once you get to know it. So you're going to have your inhaler, your hand inhaler, and it has a lid, so you're going to press this green button here and the lid will flip open. And then your mouthpiece will also be able to flip open, so flip both of those open. We'll remove one capsule and insert it in this little hole here. You'll then close the mouthpiece until it clicks. Alright, that means it's locked in there. So now you're going to press this green button in all the way and out one time. Alright, and my recommendation is to hold it upright, and you're going to, I like to tilt the head to the side. And you're going to breathe out normally, because now you've punctured the capsule, so now it's, you don't want to breathe ever on the inhaler, because the next step is going to be to breathe it in. You don't want to contaminate. So after you breathe out a normal breath with your head to the side, you're going to tilt your head up slightly, and then you're going to bring it up, upright, wrap your lips around the inhaler piece, suck in, bring it back down, tilt you want away from the inhaler. Then breathe out after holding your breath for about 5 to 10 seconds. And then you can take a few more breaths if you want. And then you're going to do the same thing again. So each capsule has 2 inhalations. So you're going to turn your head, breathe out normally, bring it up, hold, and then afterwards you're going to take it over to the garbage. You're going to open the mouthpiece, you can just dump the capsule right out, it's all done. And then after that, you can close it up, close the mouthpiece up. I would recommend washing it every month. You can just open the lid and the mouthpiece, rinse that, and then the base opens by opening, you lift up on the green piece and it'll pop the base open, which is where it punctures, so I want to get any powder out of there. So, and after you rinse it with warm water, no soap, no dishwasher, just let it dry completely. My recommendation would be to do it right after you use it so it has 24 hours to really dry. You can store the capsules at room temperature. Would you mind repeating that back to me?
Sure.
So I know you understand?
So I have the inhaler. I'm going to open up the mouthpiece and the green part. I'm going to stick the capsule in. And then I'm going to close the mouthpiece. And then I'm going to shut the green part all the way in. I'm going to look away and do practice breathing. And then I'm going to bring the inhaler up to my lips. And then breathe. And then remove it, and then bring it, and then repeat the same process again. And then when I'm done, I can just take the capsule out, dump it in the trash,
Mhm.
and close up all the pieces.
Yeah. Just be careful when you take the caps out. You want to just dump it out. You don't ever want to touch it with your hands.
Okay.
And just to make sure after, I would recommend washing your hands, making sure everything's clean.
Okay, sounds good.
So-
And washing that inhaler once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Any other questions for me?
No, I'm all set.
All right. Well, if you need any help, please feel free to call me.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too.